Hi, I'm Phyllis, southernfrugal.com. We're having our main meal of the day late tonight, and we're going to have some cream chip beef. This is Armour, and it's the dried beef. Now, I never liked this growing up. In fact, the last time I had this, I think, was when I was about 17 years old. I never, ever fixed it. But I talked with my sister this morning. Let me get a knife so I can get this top. And she said the reason I didn't like it the way Mama fixed it was Mama did not rinse hers off because it is very, very salty. See, I don't even know how to open it. That just shows you. I think I have to do a knife there. That opened it. All right, it smells pretty good. It's all dried beef and it's got a lot of salt in it. So my sister said what I needed to do was soak it, and sure enough, on the top of the lid, it tells you to rinse it off. Right on the bottom, I don't know if y'all can see that or not. You're supposed to rinse it off. So I'm going to put it in this little bowl of warm water. It's not hot, it's just warm. And let it soak while we're fixing the gravy that it's going to go in. All right, so we'll just let that soak. Now I've got, well, there's another piece. Knock it out. Yeah, and I do remember these used to come in a little glass-like thing, and we used to use them for juice glasses in the morning, but I see they've changed that now. So I've got my skillet already heating up, and my sister said make sure you fix this in a cast iron skillet, so that's what I'm doing. So I've got a couple of tablespoons of Crisco, because my mother always used the Crisco. And you just dump the flour in, and I'm using all-purpose flour. I might need just a little more flour, or maybe not. So we're just going to let this get just a little brown. And again, I'm making this meal just exactly like my mother made it, except I'm soaking the dried beef because it is very salty. And I do need a little more flour. And then I am using all-purpose flour for this, and I'm not putting any salt in the gravy. Now, I don't use pepper because I'm allergic to them, but this would be very good with pepper in it. All right, that should be enough. Now I'm just going to barely let it get brown. Now, the liquid I'm going to put in here after this flour cooks up a little bit is going to be a little 5-ounce can of carnation evaporated milk. Open that. And I do wash the tops off of these little cans. So I've got a cup of water over here, just regular tap water, and I'm going to put this carnation evaporated milk right in there. So we end up with almost 2 cups. Now, I went ahead, my mother always served green peas and just cubed potatoes when she made this. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. The potatoes are cooking right there, and the little peas are right here. Now, she did use peas in a can, but I don't really use the canned peas. I always get frozen. And what we're going to do is just put a dollop of butter in the peas and some in the potatoes. So I'm going to take that off so it doesn't boil over. All right, so we got it just a little bit brown. We're going to slowly add this carnation evaporated milk and water mixture. We're going to let this come to a boil. Now you notice I did not put any salt in it at all. So I'm going to put my meat in now because the directions said you just needed to rinse it. separate it all. And this is a very, very quick meal and so typical of the 1950s. I know my friends' mothers fixed this too. Now, Mother only had it maybe once every 2 weeks, and then about once every 2 weeks she would have the fried treat, which I also didn't care for particularly. Now, I've already made my biscuits, and these are from biscuits I made a couple of days ago. I just actually freeze them after they're cooked and then just warm them up. Alright, so we're going to let this come back to a boil and just let it cook for a little while. And then, according to my sister, some of the salt still left in the meat will cook out and it'll make the gravy good. Alright, and the other thing, so hold on a minute. I made this just before I started doing the video because my mother always served the lettuce, tomato, and mayonnaise with this meal. So anyway, it's going to be exactly like her meal, except we did rinse this dried beef off some. And I did look at the sodium content. It is a lot. I'll read you that. Let me see on the can where that, oh no, it's on the lid. So the sodium content for 7 slices is 1,370. That's a whole lot. Yeah, so I didn't even know how to get the lid off this thing. But anyway, we're going to see. I mean, it did smell pretty good, but I just remember not liking it because it was extremely salty. Now, we did not put this over, let me talk about it a little bit. We did not put this over bread like I know some people put it over like toast. We didn't do that. We just put it on our plate and ate it like that. And of course, in our home, you were always required to take out some of everything on the table. And so I would always take out the smallest spoonful I could take out. So anyway, this meat kind of curls up a little bit and sort of gets rehydrated. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and get my biscuits warmed up, and I'm going to go ahead and fix our tea, get our plates down, napkins out, because this should be done. All we'll really be waiting on are the potatoes to cook, so we'll be back. Alright, our supper is ready. Look at the time, 7:45. I know, I trimmed dogs today. But anyway, here's the plate. Yeah, and I went ahead and tasted of it, and it actually tastes pretty good. It's not as salty as my mother's was. And there's just plain boiled potatoes. It'd be better if you put some pepper on those, and pepper in this little salad would be good. And we got green peas, and of course iced tea. And here's the dried beef. You can get it, well, I actually got this at Walmart. But anyway, it's quite good, and we got a biscuit with that. So there it is, yeah. I don't remember it tasting like this before. All I could taste was salt when my mother fixed it. But anyway, there it is. We will see y'all next time.